So we all know that 2020 has just been an absolute show, but I wanted to reflect back on some of the positives that happened throughout the year and give you some ideas to maybe just do your own inner financial reflection of some of the good that's come out of 2020. So I racked my brain and I have five good financial feels that came out of 2020 before we hop into it. If you're just feeling down about your financial situation, I highly encourage you to pick up my How to Control Your Spending workbook. It has got loads of activities and content to help you with your debt-free journey and just get your money back underneath your feet so that you can feel confident and calm with your finances. All right, so let's get into the 5 feel-good financial things that came out of 2020. What's up, guys? It's Justine with Debt Free Millennials, the channel to help you crush your debt and live payment free. If you are new to the channel and you want to talk all things personal finance related as it relates to millennials, then you best hit that subscribe button below. I'm talking about 5 good things that happened financially to me throughout 2020. And the first thing is that I saved a ton of money this year. Namely, I saved a bunch for my vacation fund, even though I'm really not taking vacations. I'm still saving for it. I saved for a down payment, and I also saved for a second car. So my vacation fund, we've literally taken one small trip to Palomar Mountain, which is like super close to San Diego. It was a really fun getaway. And we've just been setting aside about $250 per month for future trips, and we have $6,500 in our vacation fund. We've also been really diligent in saving for a down payment. We are actively seeking to buy our first home in San Diego, and for our down payment, we have more than $116,000 saved specifically for our first home. It feels really incredible, and I keep thinking to myself, like, this is just gonna make a dent in buying a home in San Diego because these homes are like close to $1 million. And I'm like, if we were back in the Midwest, if we were somewhere in Tennessee or Colorado or Texas, like this would basically buy the dang thing. Anyway, we're still saving up for that. And we've also saved for a second car. Kyle and I have been a 1-car family for the past 5 years, pretty much ever since we moved to San Diego, because I work from home and he just takes our car as his daily driver. We're actively saving for a second vehicle because we have a baby on the way due in March, and we're just not sure if we can sustain with a baby and having 1 car. So for our second car, we have over $18,000 saved. We are planning on getting a mid-sized SUV. We already have a Subaru Forester. We're looking at mid-size Lexus, Jeep Grand Cherokee, Toyota RAV4, any of those things. If you have a suggestion on that style of vehicle, comment below and let me know which is your favorite. The second thing that has happened in 2020 that has been amazing is that most of my investments are up. So I went over to Vanguard and I was checking my personal performance in my investments, and I am up 8.8% in the year. Now, a big chunk of what's inside of Vanguard was set aside for my down payment, so I'm primarily invested in bond index funds for that fund. So you're going to see the rate of return just lower than the rest of my investments because I have a large amount in conservative funds for my down payment. I also checked my Betterment balance. I tested Betterment last year thoroughly, and then I invested $1,000, didn't invest a penny more, and then this year I started adding $50 per month towards that account, and I am up over 30% in that account, which is incredible. I don't change anything with my investments in Betterment. I just simply automate the investing, $50 a month, and let it ride out. It's kind of crazy to think like I've pretty much doubled my money since I started this thing. And then I was checking Robinhood. I have over $2,000 in Robinhood, and I'm up over 100% in the year in that investing account. So wherever I have planted my seeds, my investing seeds, they have just flourished this year, which is really, really awesome. The third really good feel-good thing is that because we weren't going anywhere and our schedules really just slowed down, I had enough time to educate myself on financial topics that I wanted to learn about. So specifically, I learned a lot more about Roth IRAs, health savings accounts, and then our own health insurance plan. Kyle and I just a week ago sat down and talked about our health insurance options and then what we'd like to do once the baby's here. So I feel like having that time to educate ourselves by reading books, articles, watching YouTube videos, and just doing our own independent research has really helped us become more financially savvy as we are getting into this new stage of life. So I'd be curious to know in the comments what were some financial topics that you really took interest in throughout this year and how you went about researching, or if you read a really good financial book. Comment below and let me know. I'm always up for financial learning. The fourth thing, I got to save 3 months of maternity leave already. That will be 100% of my income when the baby is due. I don't have to worry about a paycheck for the first 3 months or finding freelance gigs or really staying on top of projects because I've already got the money set in place. So a lot of my income through Debt Free Millennials is also earned passively through YouTube ads and affiliates. And so I know those things are still going to be running on in the background while I'm on maternity leave, but it's just so nice to know that I'll have 100% pay for at least the first 3 months, or I can slightly reduce that payment and stretch it out over like 4 or 5 months. And I love being able to have that option because I was so diligent and hustling during the pandemic that I was able to build up that savings cushion so quickly. And then the fifth thing that happened to us financially that I love is Kyle got promoted. He has been working for this promotion forever, and he has been working his butt off. I can't tell you before the pandemic how much he traveled for his job. He literally was gone at least twice a month, if not 3 times a month, traveling all over the country, doing these projects, meeting with clients, and it has been such a payoff to know that his hard work was recognized by his employer, which means he's super valuable to his team. And I think that is going to make for a long-lasting career for him if he chooses to do so. That's what makes it so hard to leave San Diego if we ever thought about leaving because, cost of living is so expensive. But when you get promotions like this, it just makes it a lot easier to find peace and happiness right where we're at. So I love that. I think he has done such a great job. So those are 5 good financial feels that I can reflect back on. And even though this year was super shitty in terms of just what happened with the world, I can look back and say, actually, there was this piece of it that was really, really amazing for us. And I don't want to discard that. I don't want to overlook the good things that happened this year. I mean, aside from like getting pregnant, which is amazing in itself, but the financial things also have really just impacted us and helped us create a calm environment while there's so much chaos. So I would love to know, what are some of the good financial feels that you've experienced this year, even if it was just one small thing? I'd love to know, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Have an awesome rest of 2020.